to today's video from Lamond Wellness. I'm Dr. Tiffany Lamond, and today we're going to be talking about people who are self-manipulators. What I mean by that is people who like to crack their own joints. I get this question a lot, and is it going to cause arthritis? Is it going to injure them? Is it going to help? And here's the gist of it. There's sort of a misconception. First of all, I'm going to debunk that. There isn't really any good research to support that it causes arthritis or that it causes joint instability. But I will say this, from a common sense and biomechanical perspective, if you are going to manipulate a joint, let's say like your fingers, okay, a lot of people manipulate their fingers and they do things like they bend them like this or they curl them like this. That I don't recommend at all. And the reason why is because you're constantly gapping one side of the joint or you're putting it into an artificial position. If you have to manipulate a joint, like there's an actual reason why, it should be in line with the axis of the joint. So with a finger, there would be a distraction. That said, I don't recommend people self-manipulate, and this is why, but I'm going to expand on that in a second. First of all, the primary reason that people do it is because they like the endorphin release that occurs afterwards. And that's why they feel like they need to do it every 30 minutes, is because they get this little endorphin release, it feels good, and then 30 minutes later they need to do it again. And that's because an individual joint will only make a cavitation, which is that cracking noise, about every 15 to 30 minutes before it will do it again. And there's some science behind that, and that's a longer discussion. But additionally, there's no physiologic reason why they're doing it. And the other thing that I really, especially when it comes to the neck or the low back, people who will take their neck and force it, or they'll twist their spine and crack their own back, the joint that's going to move is the one that already moves. So let's say, for example, you have back pain and you do it because it makes your back feel better. You are feeling that pain probably because there's a restricted segment, but when you self-manipulate, there's no specific segment you're targeting, so you're going to move and cavitate the joint that already moves well. So theoretically, at least, it's a self-defeating act. You're potentially making the problem worse, but definitely not solving the problem, which is why you feel like you need to do it every 30 minutes. Same thing happens with the neck. So the gist of it is, try not to self-manipulate. And I actually put people on like a weaning protocol so that they can stop doing that. Now, that said, I'm a big fan of manipulation. I do manipulations all the time. But when they're done under the direction of a skilled provider, you can target what is actually giving you your dysfunction. Now, if this is the one exception to that. If you're moving in a normal range and you hear cracking and popping, don't freak out. It's not a big deal. Your body is just taking care of itself. This cracking and popping, I never tell anyone it's a big problem unless it's accompanied by pain, especially prolonged pain. Otherwise, your body's just sort of taking care of itself. And also, unfortunately, as you have more birthday parties, you're going to hear a little more cracking and popping. I don't know if that's a good birthday present or not. So that's my bit today on self-manipulation. And if you have any more questions or you have any problems that you'd like to discuss further, feel free to contact us at Lamond Wellness or lamondwellness.com. And thank you for watching our video. And if you like them, subscribe and you can get them every time we make them. Thanks. Bye.